Thursday afternoon. That's it. I'm out of work. I'm about to go on a 5-day canoe trip to Algonquin Park. It's the first weekend of September. There are still warm days, cool nights, no bugs. So this trip, I'm going to try to do my best to give you guys a little tutorial on how I do things for those individuals who don't have a clue about the interior backcountry in Algonquin Park. But you guys, you're in for a treat. Our first stop was at Algonquin Basecamp Outfitters in Kearney, Ontario. It's located on the west side of Algonquin Park, right across the road from the permit office. We visited with the owners, Chris and Robin. They assured us that the water levels in the Tim River were actually higher than usual for this time of year. Are we camping yet? Welcome everybody to another edition of Taplay Outdoors. Today we're in Algonquin Park. I'm with my good friend Megs. We're at access number 2. We're doing the Tim River down to the Tim Lake, out to Rosebary for 2 nights, coming back to Tim Lake for the Sunday night, our last night, and then out on Monday. Stay tuned. I hope you enjoy it. Finally, on the Tim. It is 9:15. We're just parking the car and we'll be on our way. Access point number 2. Algonquin Park is Ontario's oldest provincial park and one of the largest in Canada. Located on the Canadian Shield, the park covers 7,725 square kilometers. Today we will be paddling 16 kilometers, completing one 100-meter portage for a total of 4 hours of travel time. We're entering the Tim River now, off of Tim Lake, en route to Rosebary. We're approaching our first and only portage for today. It's 120 meters over the Tim Lake Dam. A portage is carrying your canoe upside down on your shoulders and gear from one body of water to the next over land. Portage trails are marked on the map in red or black lines, and their lengths are given in meters. Look for the yellow portage signs placed on a tree at each end of the portage. Quite the drop off here. Could be bad on a rainy day. Little Butt Lake. This Tim River is never ending, full of twists and turns, S-bends.
I kind of like this. This is very different from what we've ever done before. And it's just like, it's challenging, but it's fun.
After finishing the never-ending Tim River, we arrived to the opening of Rosebary Lake. Our desired campsites were the one of the 2 northern campsites adjacent to Rosebary's famous white beaches. Unfortunately, they were both occupied. We settled on campsite number 4. An interior campsite is indicated by red triangles on your map. An orange campsite sign or poster will be attached to a tree indicating the site themselves. Campsites are first come, first serve. If you have reserved a site on that lake, you are more than welcome to occupy that site. There's my tent setup. Let's go for a tour of my tent. It's supposed to go down to +8 tonight. So I got the fleece liner in my bag. For lunch today, we have a ham and cheese sandwich topped with mustard, mayonnaise, and pickle, an apple for the healthy people, and a cracked Canoe premium light lager. Cheers. camping now. We spent our afternoon rebuilding the fire pit, collecting wood for our fire tonight. Tonight's dinner, hot dogs and sausages. It's 7 o'clock here. We have flat water. We're out fishing right before sunset. What a great night. One time. Breakfast number one, nice hot coffee, bagels with peanut butter and jam, porridge with trail mix in it. Breakfast of champions right there. After breakfast and after having cleaned up our camp, we decided to go out in the lake and do some exploring. We're on the south beach of Rosebary Lake right now in search of firewood. There's the famous North Beach on Rosebary. We would check it out, but it's just too windy today. This northeast beach shoreline is thought to be the location of one of the oldest indigenous camps in the park. They would collect the reddish clay from the lake's bottom to use for paint. So we're going to show you how to hang the food barrel. I got the rope already hung. The barrel is going to be put away for the night before it's dark. On this particular setup this evening, I ended up hanging my barrel about 2 meters down from the branch of the tree and another 2 meters from the base of the tree. And if a bear manages to get into that, hey, by all means, kudos to the bear. Now I'm just going to tie it off to a side tree, and it should be secure. Done. The box, or thunder box, which some people like to call it, is usually located at the back of your campsite down a short trail. Here, you take a minute to visit and appreciate Mother Nature. After completing your business, you close the lid, indicating it's ready for the next camper. With the threat of rain, we ended up setting up a tarp and chilling around a fire. Night 2, a rip-roaring fire. Good morning from Rosebary. We're about to break camp, head to the Tim, but we're in it in the pouring rain. Should be one fun adventure. All too familiar grounds. We are approaching our first beaver dam here on the Tim. I think the plan is to do just a leftover, carryover.
I think you went on your own.
Beaver Dam number 2 in the rain. A little more open on this part of the Tim, not as many switchbacks.
Yeah.
Almost immediately after our 3rd dam, we're rewarded with a portage going back into Tim Lake. Only 120 meter portage. We used Meg's red Novacraft canoe for this canoe trip, a Prospector 15. This canoe weighs in at 55 pounds, which makes portaging pretty easy. Three and a half hours later, we arrived to our second campsite. Campsite number 2. We get our drinking water from the middle of the lake. We use a Platypus Gravity Works filter system. It's gravity fed and the water passes through 2 filters. We then boil the water for 4 to 5 minutes for our own reassurance. With the temperatures dropping and the early signs of leaf coloring indicated to me this was Mother Nature's way of saying fall was right around the corner. This is our box for site number 2. I don't know if you can see it, but it is raining out over the lake. We're kind of sheltered here. So I decided to retire to my tent for a 2-hour nap. Right. Tonight's meal consists of Uncle Ben's sweet and smoky flavored baked beans, along with some long grain rice, soy sauce with pepperettes cut up in them. Another decent pile of wood. Only is going to benefit if the rain holds off. It's been a pretty wet day today. The majority of our wood is wet. Before I came on this trip, I made a fire starting kit out of egg cartons. Grabbed some dryer lint, poured some wax from a candle onto the dryer lint, and then added some wood chips. On our last morning, as I crawled out of my warm sleeping bag, I observed this spectacular view while stepping outside my tent. It was like literally climbing into a high-definition picture. So that wraps up our 5-day canoe trip, guys, in Algonquin Park, from the Tim River up to Tim Lake to Rosebary. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And so concludes our Algonquin early September canoe trip. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's the first weekend of September. There's cool night. Ooh, it's hot. We're on the south beach of Rosebary Lake right now in search of firewood. So we're going to show you how to hang the food barrel. I got the rope already hung. The barrel is going to be put away for the night before it's dark. We're going to start pulling it up. Whoops. Stop. And if the bear gets to it, balls to the walls for that bear. Good for him. And if a bear goes and tries to get the food, by all means, good for him. Damn. Take some video?
Yep.
Whoops.
Somebody there's a moose in the picture too. Get the squint though.
See, way down there. Last night and then out on Monday. Stay tuned. I hope you enjoy it.